Hey everyone, welcome to episode 3 of Springfield USA. I'm Dan Gummel, this is Chad Wilson, and our guest on the show is Arthur Solomon. He's a friend of ours. He grew up in Uzbekistan. He immigrated to the US and he now lives in Springfield, Ohio. We'll be talking to him today about his story. It's pretty cool. Chad, you stoked for the episode?
Dude, I'm stoked. I love this guy, man. Looking forward to it.
Dude, let's roll. Arthur, thanks for the show.
Let's do it, guys.
Welcome to Springfield USA. And we are back. So, Arthur, I was really impressed. You walk in, suit and tie. Is this your normal professional dress code?
Absolutely. Monday through Friday, this is my normal attire.
Looking
That's
sharp,
how you find
dude.
me through the city.
Yeah. Looking sharp.
Thank you.
Fly. Dude, so got to know you a little bit earlier this week. We went out to O'Connor's. You got a crazy story, man. Really incredible. Tell our viewers about just, where you were born and coming to the U.S. and all that.
Grew up in Uzbekistan, in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, born there when it was still the Soviet Union. After Soviet Union broke apart in 1991, I lived there, and it was very different because a lot of the native Russians had moved back. So in 1998, my family moved over to Kinyel, Russia. It was actually a village with no paved roads for the most part, no running sewer, no water lines. I mean, just conditions that you would see hundreds of years ago here in the United States.
So you came from Russia, right, or from Uzbekistan originally, right? And then where'd you come into the States first?
Great question. So this is a funny story. We came to New York City. We flew into LaGuardia, and it was, I remember it was January 11th, 2001. And we flew in, and we asked the taxi driver. My dad, he's originally from the States. He told the taxi driver, who was of Asian descent, didn't really understand English maybe. He took us to a homeless shelter and dropped us off. We wanted the hotel, so he dropped us off in this homeless shelter at like 2 o'clock in the morning in New York City somewhere, and it's snowing, it's freezing. I just remember that day, and we came here and like, this is not what we expected. I just remember thinking that.
Where's the beaches? Where's the Mercedes?
So we traveled all the way down through like Florida, and we traveled all the way to California. Stayed in La Mirada, California for about 6 months with my dad's sister. Lived in Scottsdale, Arizona for a couple of years until 2003, and then eventually made our way over to Troy, Ohio, where I graduated from high school, and I came to Springfield and went to Wittenberg University and graduated from there in 2011.
Awesome. Arthur, you're in real estate. Can you tell us how you got into that?
Yeah, it's a great question. So basically, we got into real estate out of necessity. My family and we got into real estate while I was still attending Wittenberg University. My dad had lost his job. He had diabetes and gangrene, didn't take care of himself, and had to get his foot amputated, so he couldn't travel, couldn't work. And so we were in a difficult situation. We have a mortgage. I have 2 younger sisters, and it was just very challenging. And so we needed to find another source of income. And so really, we just dove in.
You speak about opportunity, and I think it's easy for Dan and I. We grew up here, and we've grown up in this land of opportunity. We don't have that perspective that you have, and a lot of our listeners might not have that perspective that you have. Can you speak a little bit more to what it's like to come from a country that was traditionally communist, the Iron Curtain falls, and then now you're in the States, and what does that mean to you personally?
It means a lot of things. I mean, to me, coming to America it's just such a blessing, first of all. I mean, it really is. Coming to America where nobody tells you what job you're going to work. Nobody tells you what quota needs to be filled at the local factory. You can pursue whatever dream you have in this country. You really can do whatever you want. As long as you set your mind to it, you can do it.
You bring an interesting perspective because here the going rap has been for a while, like, you have to get out. Like, there's no opportunity here. You have to get out. But you're kind of coming at it from the opposite tack. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, Springfield is a fantastic place. This is a place I call my home. I've been here since 2007, and it just has so much to offer. I mean, if you want to find something, it's here. And if you can't find it here, Columbus is 40 minutes away. Dayton is 20 minutes away. Cincinnati is an hour and a half away. Things are here. People just need to realize that. And rather than say, well, I'm just going to go move somewhere else. We have so much that Springfield offers here in our local community.
One of your favorite places you told us the other night was the Heritage Center. Can you tell us why?
Oh, it's incredible. Matter of fact, last time we went, it was me and my brother and his girlfriend and my girlfriend. We went there, and they were blown away. Matter of fact, it's one of my favorite museums around. It's
How old are you?
I'm 25.
Dude, it's so nuts that you went on a double date to the Heritage Museum. That's so awesome.
It's incredible. And if you haven't been, you got to go. And go a second time and a third time. Because every time I go there, I see more and more things that I missed the first time and the second time. So it's truly a gem to have.
The reason we started Springfield USA was we're very interested in just highlighting and championing the city. And we think that Springfield has so much that it offers the world in the sense that it has kind of this American feel to it. It is a land of opportunity. It's sometimes misunderstood. And we're very interested in building like a diverse guest list that we bring onto the show. You have an interesting perspective here, like on the diversity that's here in town that might not be understood by most people. I think they look at Springfield like, oh, it's white, it's black, it's kind of divided. You walk around the city, you're doing real estate and other stuff. You see things from a totally different perspective on the diversity here. Tell me about that.
Coming from Russia, and Uzbekistan, where it's 15 republics that were essentially together, there was never issues about diversity. There was never issues about culture and color of your skin. Everybody was equal. And so that's my perspective is, when I come to the United States, my perspective is the same. And we have so much diversity here. That's one of the things that reminds me of home. We have such a diverse community here, and it should be not something that divides us as a community or as a county or as a state or as a nation in general. It should be something that binds us together because we bring different perspectives, and we should use that and build from that rather than let that separate us. A lot of people don't know we had the first black mayor here in 1967. And that's just a statement to the diversity that we have here. And, I think diversity is an opportunity for us. It's something that separates us. It's something that can connect us together and we can share ideas. Diversity is great. We need to use that to our advantage to build for the future, to make the city a champion city again. We need to build from that, from the diversity that we have here. I think that's one of our strongest assets that we have here.
Yeah. So, guys, we'll be right back. Arthur's going to step into the ring and play our weekly trivia game. But first, we've got a word from our sponsor.
Hey guys, I'm here with Todd Rogers from Rogers Garage. We're in the new Enon shop. Todd, how you doing, man?
Great.
Awesome. Todd has two shops now, one in Enon on Main Street and one in Springfield on St. Paris Pike. I love this guy. I bring all my cars to him. He does a great job turning around and getting them fixed for a fair price. Todd is giving us an amazing offer for all of our Springfield USA subscribers. If you show up to one of his shops, whether it be in Enon on Main Street or in Springfield on St. Paris Pike, bring a phone or a device that shows that you are a subscriber to our podcast, whether that be the audio podcast or our YouTube channel, you will get $10 off an oil change. That's $19.99 for an oil change. So Todd, that's pretty awesome. Thanks, man.
Great.
Bam. Come on.
Dude, so every week we play a weekly trivia game. Yeah. So Chad and I, we designed the questions. You down to step into the ring?
Sure. Let's do it.
So
Step in the ring with Davey Moore.
Step in the ring with Davey Moore. So we asked 3 questions, all right, and we'll see how you do. So I was thinking last night. I was like, okay, I want some cool questions to ask him. Before I came to Springfield, I was living in Philadelphia, and I was living in at 12th and Christian, which is right next to the Italian markets where Rocky was filmed, all the Rocky movies in
Incredible.
Philly. Yeah, so it was really tight. And
See where you're going here, Dave.
right, so in Rocky 4, okay, super epic film, Rocky, his arch nemesis, the guy that he fights, is a Russian type character. Can you give me the name of that guy?
I'm going to go, my final answer is Ivan Drago.
Dude, he crushed it. Way to go, man.
I had no idea.
I got lucky.
Did you?
Had
Is
no
he
idea.
is Ivan Drago? Is he like a like? How did you know that?
You know what? That's a good question. Just kind of, I'm not good at trivia, first of all. And I've never seen Rocky, so
Oh, really?
maybe I've seen one of them in my life. I don't know. It's just familiar. It's
It's like a familiar name. In your head.
yeah.
Wow. I thought I was gonna get him with that.
We took
Okay.
a punch.
So question number 2, you probably you alluded to it just a minute ago, but Springfield has been first historically in a number of things. One of which was it was the first American city to have an African American mayor. In 1967? What do you know what that guy's name was?
Yeah, Robert C. Henry.
Yeah, dude.
Center Street is named after him.
Dude, I think
Really?
Yeah.
This guy's on it.
dude, you're crushing it right now. So Springfield, Ohio, historically has an ethnic part of town. I know that you do some work in real estate. I learned this hanging out with some of the city cops. There's a part of town as you take Selma. It's right across the street from the high school. Is it known as historically Irish Hill? Option A. Option B, Polish Hill. Or option C, German Hill.
So you're talking about by the South High School, Selma
Yeah.
Limestone.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I'm gonna go with German Hill.
German Hill?
Yeah.
You would be wrong.
Dude, taking a punch,
Tell him
man.
why.
Oh,
So it's like the streets, like I think it's Gallagher and Linden, and the streets directly across from Selma on the north side. They're actually known as Irish Hill. And I
Irish
was
Hill.
doing some research. Yeah, like seems like there's like 20 bars there, like old school, back in the day in Springfield. And so a lot of the Irish immigrants settled there, and they became known as Irish Hillers.
very interesting.
So,
Very cool.
Yeah, man. But Chad, what do you think?
Man, thanks so much for being on our show today. Just appreciate you invested in Springfield. Appreciate your story. Appreciate you sharing it with our listeners. And just think you're an awesome guy, man. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Glad to be here. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Next week, we'll be talking to National Trails Parks and Rec. Check it out. Chad, thanks so much for Springfield USA. Hey, Arthur, thanks, bro. See you around.